Hi, thank you very much for turning back in. My name is Fonny. In my channel, I talk about my houseplant and my Hoyas. Today, it is another episode of Hoya Bloom series that I'm featuring a Hoya that I never thought that I will see the flower so soon. And particularly, this is a new kind of species that I just recently saw the flowers, and I got so mesmerized from the flower, both the texture and the coloration. And that's also the reason why I decided to purchase this Hoya from Indonesia. This flower has glass, almost translucent like coronas. Could you guess what that is? It is this amazing, beautiful Hoya Exilis. I saw this in the internet, how the flowers looks like. I got absolutely mesmerized with the flower, and yes, that's right. The flower actually has opened up, and I'm so excited to tell you everything I know about flowering this Hoya, and also everything that I know about the care tips. Before digging into the Hoya flower, I want to talk a little bit of my experience with Hoya Exilis. Hoya Exilis, I got it as an import from Indonesia around 7 months ago. This is the first import I got from LB, and I was really happy about the quality, and I am still very happy about the quality. So I got it around 7 months ago, and I am so unexpected on this flower that you can see right here. I only saw pictures of it, and I have no idea how the texture look like and how the size are. And I can show you side by side with my finger. It is pretty large. I think the umbel is around 3 to 4 centimeters, and each of the flower is around 1 centimeters large. And start off with the first part. How long does it take to grow the first peduncle? It took around, I would say 5 months to grow the first peduncle. And the first peduncle is actually not this one. It is a peduncle that is this one over here. This peduncle has pushed out in the 5th month that I have acclimated and received the import from Indonesia. However, this particular peduncle did not continue growing. It just dropped off the buds on the tip. As you can see on the tip, which I meant is this peduncle has been budded up once before this sets of buds you see right now. So that was on the 5th month, I saw that happening. However, unfortunately, that did not continue mature to a flower that has opened. So you can see this one over here. This one was actually a surprise because I did not even recognize this bud or this peduncle that has grown in this plant. On the 6th month, I saw there was a peduncle that grew here, but at the time I already seen the bud has budded up. So I would say on the 6th month, the peduncle that finally pushed out flower has started growing. Then on the second part, the Peduncle Formation, I have this example over here. You see that there is one set of peduncle over here. This one is a super thin peduncle. This is around 1 week old peduncle. And this peduncle, you see that it's almost like a thread. The peduncle and the, this one here, the tendril is super thin. And it started off like this with a super thin peduncle, and then it grew buds on the tip. This one, as I mentioned, it is around 1 week old. And this set of peduncle that is on this existing bud, this one, the bud has started to push out around 2 weeks ago. So this one is around 2 weeks old of a peduncle. And after a week, the peduncle will grow significantly larger, and then you can see that in the picture over here. The bud has formed really large, I would say around 5 millimeter large, and it started to spread out like a spider. In that stage, it takes around a week to open up like this one. So this, I would say, is around the 3.5 week. It does not take extremely long to grow this from a tiny bud like this one over here all the way to this one. As I mentioned, it takes around 3.5 weeks. Then we move on to the most exciting part, the close-up of the flowers. As you can see the close-up over here, the flower is so delicate. You see that the coloration is almost like white, but at the same time you see a hint of pinkish pearly color on the corolla, and the corona is also very pale. It has a hint of yellow undertone, and you can also see the glossiness of the corolla. And that's the reason why I'm so impressed when I saw the pictures of the flower of Exilis, because it looks like glass. And it actually does. If you look into this close-up, it does have this kind of translucent color and very shiny texture on the corolla. And you see those on the bottom. These ones just opened today. So you can see that the corolla is not curled backwards very much yet. Compared to the one on the top, those one opened up yesterday. So you can see that the corolla has curled backwards. And if you look in the side of the corona, it is translucent. How wonderful is that? I never thought that I can see this flower so soon, but at the same time, you can see how delicate and how precious these flowers are. And if you want to know how large these flowers are, because I'm very curious to know, it's quite large actually. It is around the size of my nail for each of the flower, and for the entire umbel, I would say is around maybe 3 to 4 centimeters large. And compared to the leaf, it's not as large. So it's a very nice size umbel, and it's also a very nice size flower. And you can see more of the close-up of how curled backwards the corolla are. And also the coloration of the corolla has a hint of the coloration of the pedicel, a little bit of purplish pink color, and it just looks unreal. This looks like glass. Amazing coloration and amazing texture. I absolutely love it. And also, as you can see, there are more buds pushing out. This is a bud that is around 2 weeks old, and this one is another bud that's around 1 week old. So all in all, it is a very nice flower. Not just nice, magical, I would say, if I need to be more specific. I hope you enjoy the close-up of Hoya Exilis flower. Let's move on to the Hoya Floral Scent. I sniffed pretty hard, and I can smell floral scent out of this flower. This flower, as I mentioned, it has most of the flower opened yesterday, and then the rest of the two opened just now. So that's the reason why the corolla has not fully curved backwards yet. And the floral scent is very subtle. It does not smell like any Hoya floral scent I have smelt before. It is very fresh, not very perfume-like, that type of floral scent. I would say it smells like fresh flower that you get from the flower store, and it is very fresh and very subtle. You really need to sniff in really deep. Yes, I'm sure that is floral scent. It's a really elegant floral scent, I would say. Then move on to the flowering duration. I have this one opened just yesterday. I will leave the detail here, and I'll let you know how long it lasted for. I really hope it lasts for as long as it can, because it is just so pretty and elegant, as I mentioned. And with regard to the rebuttable nature of the peduncle, it is a good news that this is definitely a rebuttable peduncle. This is a real life example that I can show you. Originally, this peduncle pushed out on the 5th month, and now this is the 7th month. It pushed out new buds again. And then move on to the last part. Hopefully this is helpful, and I do not have a very long experience with Hoya Exilis. I have 7 months of experience with this. I think Hoya Exilis is super easy to root, even though it looks very delicate because of the tendrils are super thin. However, it rooted fast, and it also started pushing out new growth really, really fast. You can also see the beautiful thing about the new leaf. It is pink if it is under highlight. And then you also see those ones on the top. These ones are new leaf that slowly turns back to lime green color, and eventually it will turn to this lighter green color. And start with the watering. I have this water reservoir for the Hoya Exilis. The reason is because it is a very thin leaf Hoya, and that's the reason why I believe it needs to be constantly moist in the soil substrate most of the time. And also at the time when I received it, even though it is only in the male for 4 days, it is very, very dried up. So in that observation, I believe it wants to be constantly moist in the soil substrate. That's why I have the water reservoir. With regard to the light, I have given a really strong light to the Hoya Exilis. It is under Spider Farmer light. It is really close to the grow light. I would say the grow light is just here, maybe 10 centimeters above. And I think it is doing okay. It pushed out really beautiful pinkish leaf, as I showed you here. And also it doesn't really stop growing because of the very intense highlight situation. Probably that's the reason why it pushed out flower quicker, because of the highlight condition. With regard to the temperature, I put this one in my mealspo cabinet. It is between 20 Celsius degree to around 27, I would say, now in autumn, winter time. So this is everything I know about Hoya Exilis. Let me know in the comment box down below if you have further questions that you want to learn about Hoya Exilis. I would try my best to answer your question because, one more time, I do not have a very long experience with Hoya Exilis. And if you have experience with Hoya Exilis, I would be really happy to hear your experience and also your care tips, how to keep your Hoya Exilis and what are the conditions you're giving to Hoya Exilis. Yeah, this is everything that I know about Hoya Exilis, this extremely elegant and really, really beautiful flower Hoya. If you like this content and you would like to support me to continue making this Hoya series on blooming, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet and you don't want to miss out next time when I posted similar content or anything related to my houseplant, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you will see the notification next time. Until next time, I wish everyone is having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.